Yeah.
What was your mindset, and how do you feel about how it was conditioned for the tournament?
Oh yeah, it was probably in the best place it's ever been pre-tournament, like before a match, going into the match, during the match. I would definitely say because it's such a high level tournament, like this is the highest level tournament I've ever been in, so it was like kind of like I knew that everyone there was good. Like, put it simply, like, these guys are the number one or number two guy in their country. Some of them even on the senior level. Mm-hmm. Like, the Uzbekistan kid, I'm pretty sure, was the number two guy on the senior level. The only other person that is the number one guy is Abdullayev, who, I mean, we know he wrestled for Menlo, but he also took bronze at the Olympics in Spencer Lee's bracket. So it's very, very crazy just seeing the levels there, but also like mindset wise, when I'm in that tournament, I wasn't thinking about like how good these guys were. I was thinking like every person here is good. It doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. Like I'm just gonna go out and wrestle. I know how good I am. And at the end of the day, if I had that mindset of like, oh my God, like this guy's like placed at this and this guy placed at that, it's like that's just a terrible. I feel like you can get just sunken into a hole that way really quickly. I was truly under the mindset. It's like, I don't care if I draw Japan. I don't care if I draw India. I don't care if I draw Korea. Like, I'm going out there and I'm wrestling hard and I know how to wrestle. I know how to wrestle. That was like what I was going through in my head constantly. Because I feel like there's always that doubt in your head. It's like, you don't belong here. Like, how did you even get here? Like, you're not even that good at wrestling. There's always doubt. And if you say that there isn't, you're lying to yourself. It's a very human thing to doubt your abilities and to have that fear in the back of your head. But it's important to outrun that voice. And that's something that actually Jason talks about a lot. Filling your head with positive thoughts and positive affirmations. And that's basically what I was doing the entire tournament, saying that it was my time and it was my time to go. And obviously, things didn't pan out my way. Obviously, I lost to Uzbekistan 4-1, RIP. But all things considered, I really did feel dialed in for this tournament. I don't think my loss is a great representation of how dialed in I was and where my mind was at during this tournament. Obviously, like, he is a high level guy, but at the end of the day, like, I do feel like that was a match that I could have won. Where my head was at, where my wrestling was at, just small things, tactics. That was a big thing. Tactics, freestyle tactics that I wasn't aware of that I need to start learning, and I'm glad that I had this experience leading into Worlds because now I know those small things that he was doing. Yeah, like the freaking hand thing. I didn't even know that. Like these international wrestlers, and I wasn't aware of this. Ruben was telling me. So basically, they will keep their hand open like this, and then they'll purposely stuff it when you're going for a tie-up, and they'll start shaking like this to act like you're like trying to interlock fingers, and the ref will warn you. And I was like, what the hell? So then I started doing it back, and the ref called me. And I was like, okay, this is bullcrap. So that was interesting. Mm-hmm. There's other things, too, within the match. But, I mean, he was a tough kid. He took me down twice with, like, a duck to a double type motion. The first one I stuffed, kind of got to a single leg position. He hit a nice little, like, cross wrist pull. Took me down. Second one, he got a clean one on me where I dug an underhook, but he was already under, so I just gave up the takedown. And then I got a push out with like 6 seconds left off a double and then a follow up. And then the second period was literally like just scoreless. Like we were shooting, but him more than me, to be honest. But I was just kind of constantly forward pressure. But in reality, he was doing a really good job of just holding good position and kind of taking the opportunity to get to my leg when it was available. And he would just sit there, like he was just stalling, like not looking to score. I would feel like. And there were at the start of the second, like he did shoot a really good shot that he got me elevated on. But another thing is they'll twist your ankle. Like, I'll probably, like, if I clip this, I'll put a picture or video or something. He like put me in a heel hook. Like, it was crazy.
Your ankle was like
my
inverted.
Ankle was inverted. My toe was pointing down on the mat. Like, thank God I have flexible ankles, because if not, I probably would have torn my MCL. Like, it was nasty. Like, I remember looking at it in the match thinking, do I give up this takedown? Like, this is really bad. But I didn't give up the takedown. I fought through it, was able to hold good defense, and then we got a reset, and he was tired as hell. So I was like, okay, this is where I start to put on the pace. Held good position. I needed to move him a bit more. And that's the adjustment I had to make. Looking back at it, talking with Jason, everything like that, talking with you too, doing some film review. But you know, all things considered, like not happy with how I did, but can't take anything away from him. Like he wrestled a great match. He's a good high level wrestler. I mean, he took second at the Asia Games last year at U20s too. So he's a good wrestler. Not saying like I'm not trying to badmouth him in any way. That's not what I'm trying to do. But I just know where I was at wrestling wise, how much I've improved, and I know where I was at in that tournament. I feel like I should have beaten him and woulda, shoulda, coulda, but that's where my mind's at right now. I'm gonna make those small adjustments, come back for Worlds. Hopefully, I draw him again. That would be nice. But yeah,
that match was like still a really good benchmark to show how much you've improved. Because think about like your last accolades,
dude.
Like
yeah.
what, just wrestling, some random D2 tournaments.
Yeah, bro.
All of a sudden you're on the international scene, and like that's a crazy jump. But to show that you didn't just get teched in like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
That's still a huge improvement.
Yeah, it's funny though. That's what a lot of the like my family was saying that a lot, like my coaches. But I was like, I agree with that, and I appreciate them saying that, and it's true. But at the same time, it's like it's so frustrating being there and just like knowing that I really feel like I could have won that match, and it makes it better that it's like yeah, he's a high level guy, but at the same time, it's like it kind of makes it a bit worse too because it's like oh, he's a high level guy and I could have beaten him. Like it was right there. I just need to get to my attacks a bit more in that second, but yeah, no, it is kind of a crazy jump. That's probably that is like the highest level guy I've wrestled.
That's valid.
Yeah, right. I feel like right. Like, have I wrestled anyone?
See, it's hard to like
Gauge,
yeah,
right?
because that's like they don't
Freestyle wise, 100%.
Yeah.
Freestyle wise, 100%. A wrestler as a whole, I mean, I don't know. I feel like yeah. Like I have to say yeah. But yeah, I do agree. It does show the jumps I've made. And I knew I've made big jumps. Like just between being in the room now versus before I left for Japan. Like I felt the difference in how I was wrestling, felt the difference in me getting to my attacks, holding better position. I knew where I was at, and that's why I was so confident during this turn as well. I was like, I know how to wrestle now. Like I know how to wrestle. I was like in that tournament thinking that the entire time, like this is a new me, and I'm pissed off because like yeah, like you could say I showed it, but in my mind I was like I wanted to make noise, and I wasn't able to do that. And that's the way the cookie crumbles, man. And I'm hoping to come back stronger for Worlds. I'm gonna make the adjustments I need to make this month, and then obviously after Worlds, make the adjustments I need to make for after Worlds, leading into the Philippines national tournament. Make the adjustments for the national NCAA season. It's just a process. It's a journey, and I'm really glad to have gone to this tournament.